When you hear the music, it means, business. Terri Lynn, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am so happy that you reached out to me today. We have a mutual friend who I just absolutely adore. She's got a lot of stuff going on today. I just want to explain what went down at the Fiddler's Inn in Nashville. A woman who, to be quite honest, I still consider a friend because I know how these things work. You know, we have our problems and we become friends again. She had some flyers for Sebastian. I was in one of my shithead moods because my husband and I had just come through Hendersonville, and I said, there's nothing here. There's nothing about Sebastian. She said, do you want to hand some of these out? Now, I had left behind, because I'm an idiot, my flyers for Michael Vaughn. I don't know if you're familiar with that case, but he was abducted July 27th, 2021, and it's horrible. Okay. Anyway, and another lady, she had some printed out, which thank goodness she did. Well, Slim said, do you want to hand some of these out? And I said, his parents are 12 minutes down the road. Why don't they do it?
I agree. And I do agree with that. I will tell you, and I can tell you where the signs are in Hendersonville. Brian's Motorsports, I've got one there. Because I've shown everybody where my signs are. And I don't consider them my signs. They are really, they're about him. They're for him. I don't take the signs up. I've been accused of that, by the way. I did step out in faith. I bought 50 signs. And they were like, the man only charged me like $8 and some change per sign, which includes the stake that you put in the ground. There's one on Southburn that's in Hendersonville. I put one by, which used to be Wessington. It's now George Whitten Elementary. Hendersonville High School. I could just sit here and keep going. David's Bridal. And I have passed out well over 4,000 or plus of the flyers that I printed. I mean, and I crowdsource. I talk to people. When I'm passing them out, I talk to these people. I want to know, do you know that this child's still missing? I also have a magnet on my car. So my car is rolling advertisement. Every time I get in that vehicle, his face is there. I've had people actually say, is that baby still missing?
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah. And they'll give me their opinion. I'm not going to say what they say, but they'll say it. And if anybody truly watches the full videos that are out there, they're going to see what I'm really doing. I'm not sitting in parking lots. I'm not chasing my tail.
No.
And y'all know that we have had some horrific weather. And when you have horrific weather, let me just say, if we are looking for a body at this point, right? Things move.
Well, and that's, I understand like Dollywood is underwater, Pigeon Forge.
Yes.
There's a lot going on. I wish you guys would send that rain my way.
I wish we didn't have it because it's kept me from being able to go out there. Like today, I need to be in the water searching. And I do. And I've been in that water, and the people just seem to not know that. I've been in those woods in different places. Either people don't care to see the whole thing, or they run with whatever, or send whatever story they want. But I think most of us as adults, our hearts are truly in this.
100%. Now, I do have to apologize, for something I said because it did hurt some feelings. I can't say anything else about goodwill and lesbian daughters. I don't understand all that, but I did say, are you kidding me? His parents are 12 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm.
They could have walked right in to CrimeCon,
mm-hmm.
and they would have had nothing but advocacy for them. They could have
mm-hmm.
walked right in. They could have stood right outside the Gaylord and met people.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and it is local, and I agree. I do agree with that.
I mean, no one's asking them to go to Puerto Rico.
Mm-mm. No, but I don't know what the big problem is asking them to search for their child.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, what is all this? I keep hearing that Seth searches all the time, because I've had people reach out to me and they'll say, listen, all he does is sit in his truck and smoke cigarettes. Look, I'm not there. I don't know.
I haven't searched with them in some time, so I really can't comment on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I do want to talk about the neighbor that I interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
I texted you his phone number. When you send me your email, I'll send you all the email exchanges. Now, you're saying that he might be a little nutty?
Maybe he's a little off. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's a new one for me. He's a new one for me. And that's why I would need to know, which side does he live on?
Because, I mean, his address that he gave me, his name, and the real estate records all check out.
Okay.
And, I mean, I know I spoke to his wife, and she was excited about coming back from Kohl's. They were both going to be on the show.
And Kohl's is local, really close to where they are. And I can say that it is. And I know about that Kohl's Cash because my mom is a big fanatic about Kohl's Cash. She is.
Yeah, she had like almost $40 in Kohl's Cash, and she was super excited about it. She was super excited.
And I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm just being real.
It's like back in the 80s when, our moms use those green stamps, and
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm dating myself. And they would say, oh, look what I got. My mom one time got a meat grinder. And I was like, but she had those green stamps on everything. I mean, she was loaded up with them.
My nanny had those. And I did not ever, I didn't understand it, but I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now.
Hey, I mean, what's out there you have to use. But I do want to apologize because no way was I saying that you did anything wrong. I saw a sign in White House, Tennessee, outside of the Loves. I took a picture, and people were saying that's TL. Now,
and that is a nickname that I've had. And I did put out some signs out there. I don't know what. Here's the thing. There's no competition. And that's what I don't understand. This is not a competition. This is really and truthfully a missing. He is missing. He's the one that matters. He does not have a voice. All the adults are not. Why can't we be adults? Let's be adults.
Be adults.
It's not a competition on who brings them home. It's not. It's not a competition. It should never be a competition. Why are we treating it? And I keep saying this. I wish to see everybody succeed. I don't have anything bad to say, and I won't, about any of these creators, regardless of what they feel about me. That's not my problem.
I don't see how anyone could not like you. I mean, you are a very likable person, and you're doing the work. You're not just driving through a neighborhood
No.
and raising hell. No, I mean, you're doing things. I saw your sign.
I have to drive to get to where I'm going. And listen, I'm sorry if people have a problem that I pull into a certain place to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go to the bathroom at certain times. So what's going to be open for me to stop in the quickest way to go to the bathroom or to get something to drink if I don't have all my waters with me? A little store, usually?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I do believe in crowdsourcing. Anybody that has ever had any dealings with a PI, what will a PI tell you? Crowdsource. And so when I pass those flyers out that I print those flyers, I pass them out. Hey, if they want to talk, I'm going to listen. I'm listening. When I ask, what do you think? I'm listening. Because a lot of minds is better than one. Because somewhere in those thoughts and in those opinions may be the truth.
I say that all the time. I catch hell for the people I talk to. And I say, listen, you're never going to talk to criminals and anyone around them be salt of the earth people. It's just not going to happen.
Correct.
It's just not. The worst interview I've ever done was with Stacey Wandra. That man gave me nightmares.
Oh, God.
He gave me nightmares. Now, I mean, some of these other people, they get under my skin, but, screw them.
I will say one person gave me nightmares. I don't want to call their attention to their name. I don't know exactly who they are. But I was getting phone calls. And yes, I did put my number out there. I've never done that before. Never. And it's my real number. It's my number. And I did it.
Everyone has my phone number because I don't want to remember another damn number.
And I'm not changing my number.
No.
I did it thinking that, it could take, some slack off of, in the beginning, of course, Seth, and his phone blowing up. I really did. So I thought if I could do something to alleviate something. Well, when they figured out that I was searching, I had one that, I don't even know if I can repeat this. You might have to edit it out. I don't know. But they would say that he was hard. I don't want to say the word. And his, was being sold, if you know what I'm talking about, to a person.
Now, hold on. What are you talking about? What was hard?
Oh, God. Hard as in, he was being assaulted.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking you might have to edit this out or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to use those words. This is what I would be awakened to. And I think that we must have been on some kind of time difference because of the time that the call would come in, it would be bad.
Yeah, they need to calm down because as far as we know, according to law enforcement, who was home with Sebastian? That would be
Correct.
Katie. I still don't buy that because the dogs they have no sense.
Well, I did play something. When I went to Mississippi, we spoke to the mayor, and I've never minced words. I went to Mississippi the first time with, I'm just going to say Wreck-It Rhonda. Okay? That's just the name that I've given this person. We all know now who she is because she's not a YouTuber, but at that time, that was the name I gave her. I stand by the name. And we spoke to the mayor, every police department, and a sheriff's department. They brought their dogs, and they explained a lot of stuff to us with their dogs. Listen, if he took that garbage out, that scent would have went through that garbage.
Damn right.
Nobody's picked up on that yet. I mean, why didn't it go to the garbage can? Because he took that out, remember?
Well, that's what Katie said.
Correct. That's my point. That's what she said. But his scent would have been picked up. That's what I'm trying to say. That scent would have been picked up by that dog. Does that make sense?
Damn sure does. I mean, because the dog would have picked up other scents. Now, according to
Correct.
Chris, the dogs picked up a scent over by the pond.
But then it comes out that was a false hit.
A false hit. Dogs don't lie, but Chris does.
Right.
Law enforcement has never confirmed that.
The only thing I heard was it's somewhere in that Broadcastify, and if you listen to, I don't believe that handler had a hold on his dog. That's my opinion, because I know those dogs, and I know who trained those. I know who trained that dog. I know how much those dogs cost, those police departments. And my mom does have 2 of those dogs from that breeder. And I know that man's trained. And I think that he didn't have a handle on the dog. That's my opinion. I'm not knocking law enforcement by any means. If you listen to that in the beginning, I think that, hey, they were on it.
I get impatient with law enforcement because, of course, they don't want to tell us what they know, which for good reason. And sometimes cases come together a lot quicker. Most cases do, to be quite honest. You catch the news at, like, let's say 6 a.m. And they're like, oh, armed robber at, 31st and Peoria. Anyone knows this person. Then the noon news, they're like, apprehended. Most cases, they figure out real quick, but some are different. I really wish the interrogation tactics would change.
I agree. Well, also, I wish this would change.
In some states.
In this, for instance, let's stop labeling these children as missing and runaways.
I hate that shit. I did a show about that a couple weeks ago, about Trinity, who was murdered in Hendersonville, and Sebastian. And I said, listen, if a child is not in your home, they're missing, and they are endangered.
Correct. And did you do any diving into Trinity? Because
it's horrible.
I did.
It's
and
horrible.
I wanted to really, that's something that I really wanted to get into, because I'm going to say this, and people might not be in the same opinion. That poor child did not have a chance. If you go through her dynamics of the family, it's sad, and it broke my heart.
But she was doing everything for herself. She was doing so well in school. She was active in church. She had a job. But she goes out.
She had a sister that was also, at one point, had custody of her. Her sister.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
Oh gosh, yeah. In Portland, her sister out that way. She did. She went to court to get custody. That child, between the issues that the mother had, she did have some issues. And she was living with her father. Why that county did not do what they should have done, and they give their reasons and whatever. No. They should not have kept that a secret.
Oh, I can tell you why. It's because we have what's called a victim society. Everyone's got a problem. Everyone's got a childhood. Everyone's an ex-addict. Everyone's in recovery. All of these people have all these problems, and it's heaped on to everyone else that's trying to do the best they can.
We can either choose to be a victim or a survivor.
Yeah. And they want a pat on the back. Oh, look, I'm not doing meth anymore. Well, shit, you want a cookie?
And I will say that having a sister that was an addict for many years with 4 kids, She may be clean today, but she's still an addict. I mean, just because she's sober today, she won't let you know that she's still an addict.
And that's how most people are. They're like, I'm always going to be an addict. Or they switch one thing for the other. They're like, well, I'm not doing this, but I'm doing this. Yes. So, I mean, I might eat 7 Klonopin a day, but I'm not smoking meth. Because I think pharmaceuticals are horrible for people. Now, I've got to take them because I have a thyroid problem.
I'm going to agree with you. And are there some medications that could help people? I do believe that we have cures that could help people, but they're not giving because it's, it would be a money loss. It would.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, the pharmaceutical companies make tons of money, and so do the people that pimp them out. But anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Well, and then let's talk about those pharmaceuticals because we know that Sebastian was on medication.
Yes, and that's a good segue.
He has no voice. He does not have a voice at all. So how is he really without his medication? We don't know. We really don't know because I've never met him. I feel like I know him, but no, I never have met this young man, ever. But I do feel like I know him. I'm not in cahoots with anyone. I am alone a lot of times when I'm searching. And when you're alone searching, which I don't feel like I'm alone. Yes, I'm going to carry with me. Sorry. People that they say subscribers, I call a lot of them my friends. I'm going to carry them with me because those are eyes. And I do let someone know where I'm at, my location, but I don't show my location.
And that's smart.
For my own
you shouldn't.
protection. But people think that I'm searching the same places. Just because they look the same does not mean they are the same. I've been to Mississippi 3 times. No one knew where I was. They had no clue.
Now, my understanding is Chris is down in Biloxi right now. Somebody in my Facebook group showed his map, and he said he's down in Biloxi. I don't know the significance of that or how this person knows it. He could just be working. I think, Chris is a shady character, and I don't think he should be in Biloxi considering his daughter is at home with Katie when Sebastian went missing with Katie at home.
Well, she's home now.
She's home now. Faith is there.
Yes. Faith is at home. She's back home now. She's back.
Oh, she's back with her mother?
Yes, she went back. My daughter's birthday was the 25th. She went back that same day. That's how I was able to keep that together. She's home.
So what is your next plan of attack? Where are you going to put signs? Do you have a Cash App so we can donate? Because you shouldn't be doing this out of your pocket. I get really tired of people saying, well, I don't know why they're grifting. Shit costs money.
Well, I don't grift.
No, you don't.
I mean, when I'm out there, people can see. There's something that's going across my screen. There's nothing. I'm using the mobile app because it does save my battery with StreamYard. Mm-hmm. And it does. I don't even know what my Cash App is. And that's the thing. I don't do that. And if my moderators, if they do actually put that out there, they do that because that's what they're choosing to do. I'm not asking for anything. And when have I kidded and said, you know what, I'm grifting for signs? Absolutely.
Damn right, and you should.
I know how much they cost. I know how much I've spent, and I have been blessed that I've had, I think, 2 people that have sent me ink. And I'm thankful for those people. I really am. Because I just went and purchased ink the night before last, and I only really needed yellow, and I had to buy 3 different things. It was blue, yellow, and black. And it was $50. And I thought, am I crazy? I am crazy.
Now, do you ever go to those places that refill your ink for you, or do you just buy them, straight up?
I don't know how this printer actually works. I guess I don't. This is just, it's an ink bottle. It's not, I don't know. I know there's different things. Whatever this one is, because it does print pretty fast. But it takes a lot of yellow ink. And I'm not going to pass out old pictures.
No.
I will not do that. I'm not doing it because he's older than what we think. And looks. And I didn't make these flyers up. I never made them up. They were made. And I use them. But it's King Kevy after my cat. I had to think about that. And the Kevy is Kevey.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well,
what color is your cat?
Black.
Oh, really? Like my fake Bombay. That's awesome.
He's the most vocal. I've never had a cat talk like this. But I also have another cat, and I did. I said, if Sebastian is found, I have a cat for him. And that's Little Man Jr. That is Kevin's brother. And he looks just like him. Just like him. And I don't care if Chris likes cats or not. I said that would be his cat.
I will say this right now about Seth and Katie and Chris, the Proud Feets, and Saint Seth. I will say they don't have the strangest behavior for families of a missing child. I will say some of the behavior is just downright outrageous.
I agree. I can agree with that. I'm gonna agree.
And then that
that.
was something offensive. I said it was Friday afternoon. Before I went to Crime Con on Saturday, and Slim was all about handing out flyers for Sebastian, and I did. I said his parents should be doing it. They're just right down the road.
And I can agree with you on that right there. And I will agree with you on that. I'm not going to not agree with that. I think that Seth, and people may not like me saying this, Seth is better on his own. And I'll catch hell for this, and I'm okay with that. But Seth's the best advocate for his own child. We don't need to new Tony.
No. And he got so mad at me after that Pascal show when, they were just, the stuff they were saying was nuts. Now,
well, he doesn't like me either, so we're good. And I don't care. I don't care.
And Tony Mathis just lives, like straight down 44 on Grand Lake. I don't know how he's in Tennessee so much.
Me either. And he does not like me, and I'm fine with him not liking me. Okay? Don't like me, please, because we're never going to like each other. Ever. We're not. We're just not. Because Seth does not need, in my opinion, a PR person putting things in his head. Seth is the best advocate for Sebastian is a parent. He was doing fine on his own.
He was, but something went sideways, and when something goes sideways, you can always put it back on the tracks.
And he could get this back together. He really could, and there would be, and I could show everything. The abundance of people that were on, they were out there. We had a lot of searchers out there. I can show it and prove it. The cars lining up that would blow your mind. And the abundance of people. They didn't know him either, but they showed up. We're not getting that anymore because I can't say that they're not because I'm not searching with them. But apparently from what I hear, I have to go through what I hear, they're not getting that anymore. And no, I don't. People think that I'm in cahoots with all these people. I'm not. I don't.
No.
I have not had one phone conversation with Team Tony. Not one. He offered me his number at Red Robin, and I said, I won't need it. And he said, if you need me for anything, I said, I won't. And I meant that. I won't.
Absolutely crazy. And I mean, the people that want to take possession over certain cases, it's like, just work together. I mean, I had a huge falling out with someone who said they never sent out certain messages, didn't say these things, said they were hacked. And I was like, oh, okay. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Then my friend Kat went through it and she was like, oh, no, it's verified. Trevor did send these things out.
That's why I said you have to make your circle small, and I'm learning that right there. People don't want to see others succeed for whatever reason. I don't get it, because I think everybody should want everybody to win, because it's not a competition. It's really not. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. And I have reiterated that. I want to see everybody win.
But at the end of the day, we're talking about crime. Nobody wins. No one gets a reward. There's no reward in Sebastian's case. Summer's case, it was donated to the Child Advocacy Center. There's nothing. I mean, there's really nothing, because everyone loses. You know why? Because somebody has been murdered.
Correct. And I agree with that right there. And I do. And I know that in my heart, we are not, when the ones that I know that are out there, which I know Stephen Crabtree, he's out there. He did just have the COVID and was very sick. He was. And we were going to get together. And I know that things have been said to him about searching with me. Okay? I know he said it, and that's on them. Okay, what's the problem with him helping me? There shouldn't be a problem, because there's no I in team. There's not.
No, but to some people, if you switch letters around, it says me.
Right, and it's not about me. It's not about you. It's just about Sebastian. This is clearly only, and it should only always be about him. That's who's missing. That's who does not have a voice. I could care less. These parents all can fight it out at the end. They can.
They can. You're right.
And I said that. Y'all can fight it out at the end. I don't want nothing to do with it. And that's when I had to back myself away from everything. Because I had to think, sometimes you do get too close to parents. And I will say that. I will say this. I haven't spoken to Miss Robin, Seth's mother, but I love that woman. She's got a great heart. People can say whatever they want about her. She's a good woman. I haven't spoken to her in some time, but I still believe she's a great woman.
Oh, I'm sure she is. I mean, she got fiery, and that's what grandmas do. Now, I do have some questions about her. I mean, if Sebastian told her different things about abuse and everything, why did she keep it to herself?
Here's what we don't know. I don't even know that. And people can go back into my chat and look. When she wrote that in my chat, I never questioned exactly what did he tell you. We don't know what he told her, because it was never asked. I never asked it, because I felt like, well, is it any of my business? I don't know. But here's what I'm also going to say. If he did, let's just say, for instance, he did do that, right? And that's what he told her. Don't we all know that she's beaten the hell out of herself already enough?
You're damn right. Because hindsight, people say hindsight's 20/20. Hindsight's a bitch.
Okay, So why the hell do we need to beat her up some more? We don't.
We know she has nothing to do with his disappearance. And
No.
personally, I might be in the minority. I think Seth has nothing to do with his disappearance.
And that is your prerogative. That's what you believe. Until they clear every single person, and they cleared no one. They haven't cleared anybody. No one's cleared.
I do have questions about Katie because she has so many conflicting statements. Like, Chris told her to put the dogs up. Well, but she said that the dogs sleep with her when Chris isn't home. So why would he tell her to put the dogs up? Just go to bed, get the puppies on there. I mean, what's going on? Now, I don't know people's sleeping schedules, their habits. I'm an early morning person. I mean,
go back, Brooks. Go back. She also told a different scenario of what time he went to bed. Go back to that.
Yep.
Go back all the way back, because I was questioning why a child's going to bed at midnight.
But then at first it was 10 p.m.
And then it was 9. It was 9. Let's see. And then it went to midnight. I was like, wait, he has to be up at 6?
And here's the whole thing. Time matters in daily life. Okay? It does.
Yes.
We pay attention to time. Guess who doesn't pay attention to time? Criminals. They never do. They never know what time of day it is. They have no idea. No freaking idea.
And they're going to say that we're judging parents. Listen, I'm saying what was put out there from the beginning. I'm saying what was written in the very beginning in these groups. When they first started groups, I was like, what? And then you got Chris's sister writing in there. Listen, they never cleared us to go search and get out of our cars. When we show up to the command center, they don't even know what we're talking about. That wasn't happening. And then she's saying, check your cars. And the back seat, he might have curled up in there and went to sleep. What? And saying he liked tight spaces, and he was a runner. Well, we find out he wasn't.
No, I don't think so either. And it's just ridiculous behavior. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, Katie, there's people that can interrogate well.
Mm-hmm.
And they really know how to get into someone's personality and wiggle around in there. And some don't. And it just seems like there's been a few cases. Well, I mean, you have like the case of Harmony Montgomery. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And her father's a career criminal. So he knew right off the bat to say, I'm done talking to you. I want a lawyer. Because he knows the ropes.
Yeah.
Then you have people that just speak and speak and speak and speak and speak, and they paint themselves into a corner. I would love to know what Katie said to them. I want to know how many times she changed her story with investigators, which we know she has changed her story just from what we've heard.
Right, BJ's and Costco, because she says BJ's and Costco have, samples. BJ's does not have samples, call them. They don't. And why did we bring BJ's into this? Then why did the dates change? We went on this day here, and then it was this day here.
Well, what's really odd, I had someone send me the menu from the BJ's, and it's not a colossal popcorn. It's a colossal cookie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a giant popcorn. But she said colossal popcorn. And
correct.
Chris Proudfoot's running with it. He had the colossal popcorn. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm looking at the menu. And like I said, when my husband and I were going through Hendersonville, there's a big billboard. You know, one of those that just changes all the time. They put things on about physical therapy, get your back cracked, all that stuff. Nothing about Sebastian.
Well, in the very beginning, there were 2 billboards I do recall seeing, and one was 65 headed toward Nashville. The other one was coming back into Nashville, getting on Vietnam's bed. Those are the 2 that I've seen in the very beginning. That was the very beginning. I believe that was another creator that did that. That had raised the money for those 2 billboards. Listen, we went downtown Nashville and passed out flyers.
And let me tell you, I'm not going to fret anyone for not having up a billboard because it's expensive.
It is. And we called Lamar to see if we could get help with billboards. They turned us down flat. And they brought up Summer's case, which I did not know that there was any conflict in that case over Lamar billboards, but apparently there was. And I even said, if we pay for a billboard, they were adamant, no. Because of all the conflict that had happened with the billboards.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Well, what happened is they scammed them somehow. And it's a long story and something that people shouldn't do. I'll just put it that way.
I'll agree with that. But as far as we didn't see any. And the lady
hey, Ange, I'm talking to Terri Lynn. I'm recording right now. I'm going to drop this video in a second. What you doing?
I was just calling to check on you.
Oh, doing good. Talking to Terri Lynn. Say hi.
Hey, Terri Lynn. I've heard a lot of great things about you.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And if I was her, I'd be fuming pissed after last night.
I was just confused because my chat was saying that this lady was talking about me, and I had just gotten these texts, and I don't even know who this. It has to be from some vault number or whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking about? It's not. They said it's one lady ran it and said it wasn't a real number. It was out of California. I don't know who it is. And then all of a sudden, a live does come up, and I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah. And I don't even, and I felt bad for her. Oops, because I thought, God, I hope I didn't bring this on to her, because, there's enough hatred out there that people talking crap. I mean, they think I circle parking lots. I'm a prostitute. I'm sitting here going, I've never searched parking lots. I mean, I don't.
For heaven's sakes, bless your heart. I tell you, I keep trying to think of it as a sampling of society. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can get through it, is that, unfortunately, it's a sampling of how some of our society is today.
I don't know this lady. I've never heard of her. I've never heard of her. And I'm thinking, I don't even know you. For this much hatred over a child missing, if that's how people want to make their money, is sitting on their butts and just replaying everybody's streams. Listen, if you're going to play my streams, at least play the whole damn thing where you're seeing that I'm in water that's nasty as hell, or you're seeing I'm in woods getting eat up by chicks. Please play the right thing. Please show it all. Show it before.
Nobody should be giving you any hate. No one should, because you're working. I mean, you're doing things, and people sit on their butt and make money all the time. Hell, I used to get paid just for sitting on my ass and answering the phone.
I'm like, y'all are gonna talk shit about me? Listen, if you're gonna lie on me and say I'm not actually searching, I'm fake searching, which I don't even know how the hell you do that. Please play where I'm getting. I mean, I've had to go to the doctor twice. Oh, a walking clinic. That was $100. I'm not making bank. I can assure you, I'm not. Yeah. Plus the antibiotics. Plus I couldn't even get out. And I'm like, every day I feel guilty for not being out there, making it known and still keeping his face shown. Awareness is key, and it is. This is 5 cents, and I'm like, y'all can hate me all you want. Y'all don't even know me.
My
And if I'm your
question
content,
is,
I'll be your content, baby.
my question is, what, I mean, it's not to pick or anything. What drew you to Sebastian's case?
It's local. I mean,
It's local.
It's local.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is 9 minutes away, and you know, I do have kids. I've got 3 daughters. I have a daughter like me. I'm not calling now, damn it. He loves cats. She can tame a feral cat like nobody's business.
Goodness
The game he
gracious.
plays, she plays the same game. A lot of the things that he likes, she likes. And there's similarities. They're a lot alike. And how could I not do something? Because if I know if that were my baby, I would want somebody to help me. But I would be out there with them.
I wouldn't
I would be
stop.
screaming
I
from
wouldn't
the
stop.
rooftops. That's my point right there. That's what makes me angry. I would be screaming from the rooftop what I'm going to do to you if you don't bring my baby home.
I will send you some clips or links, whatever. Lorraine Bible. She has been fighting and fighting and fighting for her daughter. Gosh, forever and a day. One of
It's horrible.
the suspects she met in court. And she said, I will sell my soul to the devil to meet you in hell.
That's right.
And that's a mama. But you got
That's what you
Katie
do.
sitting there eating up the damn Cracker Barrel, acting like nothing's going on. You got Candace Wells acting like nothing's going on. You got Kayla Montgomery, who's, out of jail right now.
And I'll tell you, during one of those searches, and let me say this, we searched our asses off. We didn't stop to eat. Not one time did we stop to eat. Now, I brought sandwiches that I had made. I brought water, Gatorades, everything that was snacks. And then I had a friend come and drop off even more things because she's local too. And, she couldn't search, but she showed up. And she also showed up with the mayor's brother. His name is Steve. And she's got a sign in her yard. I gave her the damn sign. She has that sign in her yard. She dropped off a crap ton of stuff. You wouldn't believe. It was an abundance. But we didn't stop to eat one time as we were searching. We didn't stop. To find out at the end of the day when we were geared up to pack it all up, they were at Centerpoint Barbecue. I said, get the hell out of here. I was mad at them. I mean, I was pissed because I'm thinking, none of us have stopped barely just to drink water. We're over here. We've got thorn scratches that you wouldn't believe. We have slid down ravines that are crazy. Done all this. We're hopping fences, okay? And y'all are over there at Centerpoint Barbecue. And y'all are eating. And that was just down the road. If you would have went to that red light, went right across, there they were. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I just, again, want to apologize for what was said last night because I flat out said, I took that picture in White House, Tennessee, and I kept saying White Horse. I'm not from Tennessee, so I apologize.
Don't listen. You don't. I felt bad for you. You don't have to apologize for me. I felt more bad for you because I thought, why is she getting heat for something that it had nothing to do with her? I am me. I don't know this lady, but for whatever reason, she's got some kind of disdain or hatred. Listen, if you think I'm circling parking lot, and if you're local, if she's local, listen, I would be more than, I would love to have her search with me. I would invite her at any time. It's not a competition. It's just not.
No. And I can tell you something right now. If any child goes missing from my neighborhood, guess who will not search? Me. You know why? Because I don't know how to. I can walk around my yard. I can walk over to Linda's, who's waving at me right now. I wish she would go missing. But no, I don't know how. God damn it, Linda. But I don't know how to search. Search for what?
You would figure it out. If you've done it just after the first time, you would figure it out. You learn. You do learn. You do learn.
Because it's specialized when they do grid searches. I mean, they are shoulder
Those are the
to shoulder.
best.
They are shoulder to shoulder. And they do those a lot around here. And they find children quickly. My question is...
Yes. This should have been one, and it wasn't. It was not a good search. And it should have been a good search.
My problem is with what they're doing with teenagers is they categorize them as runaways. Listen.
I'm pissed about that, to be honest.
That's why I did that show about Sebastian and Trinity. I said, listen, I don't care if your child is 17 and a half. If your child is not at home, they are missing.
Yes. Have you looked on our website? I'm disgusted. And I did it on the members only. Because, you know what? There's some things on the members only you can talk about. And you're open to talk about those things. And people are there. It's hard on members only. It ain't even on the members only. But that means, well, you can't play it. Unless, you want the consequences. I don't care. And you're more freely to talk on those things.
Oh, of course. I love our member shows because we can just sit back and we can crack up and just do whatever,
Yes, and I have nothing to hide. People think that I'm in cahoots with the Bauer, I call them something else, but Bauer Fox and Crowdsourcing. And listen, I never knew them. Never knew them. The only person I knew was Danny God. And he is actually the cousin of Kathy. They're not siblings. Danny's father is her brother. So that
I did not know that.
Well, now you do. And I sit on my members only, how I knew it. And I have no shame. I was 17 and I have no shame. Period. None. At all. And that's how I know Danny died. Period. And it's nobody's business, but I'm not in cahoots. I mean, they got me in cahoots with everybody. I don't give a damn. And then Bobby, the neighbor, she has to be a bad person. Because, you know how you are in school. Well, maybe y'all didn't go to the right school or y'all didn't go to our school because we were like family. And we knew everybody as family. Everybody as family. I ran into a girl when I was passing flyers out one night. And I had to look at her. I didn't recognize her first until she told me. That's how much, we were family like that. We didn't have all this bully crap that's going on. And it's sad to see it going on as adults on the damn internet.
We did when I was growing up, and our parents just told us to suck it up. Suck it up.
We didn't have to deal with that.
Suck it up.
We were more like family. We were just family. And when you're in Beach is a kind of a country school. We stopped at Worson's on the way to school. We get candy, and go to school. I still know where I parked. Right behind the cosmetology center. I parked right there. I know where my parking spot was. Bobby was who she is still today. And that was just a kind soul, straight-laced, good person.
And I can tell you right now, you are too. And I feel horrible for what people are doing to you, what they're saying about you. I feel like I have brought some of it to you.
No, you didn't. I felt like I brought it to you because I thought, I don't even know who this lady is. I mean, that's the one that was upset and doing all that. I can't even make out much of what she said, but I think that she might have been inebriated. I don't know. I'm not going to put it on her, but it sounded like she might have been. I don't know for sure.
But I mean, again, I did say his parents can do it. They're just right down the road. They're 12 minutes away.
But you're not lying. And I would love to see as creators, if that's what we are, and we can lay down our swords, if people would have listened to what I said, they would have heard me. We all come together. Why don't we form a human chain? A damn human chain. And why don't we put our money where our mouths are, since we can sit on our asses and talk shit about people that are actually actively doing things. Stephen Crabtree is out there most every day. He's doing something, but people are still shit talking that boy. Why? Why? Because he's doing something good?
I've heard nothing but good things about him.
He's been shit talked.
Okay.
And he's not a bad person. He's a good person. Do I think that he was used for something? I absolutely do. I stand by that.
But you hear these people saying, I used them. I used them for what?
I don't know what you would have used me for, but...
Yeah, me either. I mean, you see in these chats, you have Connie, Jules, Avi, and they're like, she uses everyone. I'm like, for what? Did you pay my OG&E bill?
I've only heard nice things about you, to be honest. I have heard only nice things. I have had people say unsubscribe from this person. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not here for that. So if you don't want to be with me, I'm good with that. Because I do keep it drama free. That's my thing. I don't want the drama. I don't. Because this is about a child.
I say it all the time. I'm like, listen, I don't need the drama because there's nothing more dramatic than what we're talking about. And we are talking about a missing child, a missing person, a murdered woman, a murdered man. Listen, that's all the drama I need today.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a voice. So why are we not keeping it to that? We have to be his voice because he has to be found. He's the one missing.
He's the one missing.
They're here. The parents, they're not missing.
Yeah.
Every parent's been accounted for. As far as I know, they've been accounted for.
And
they can fight it out at the end.
And the assholes that are after you, they're not missing. So why do we care about them? We don't care about them, do we?
No. And y'all, like I said, if y'all think that I'm doing it wrong, everything that I'm doing is wrong, come join me. Please, come join me. Get out in this 105-degree temps that we had where it was bad. It was so bad that my phone was overheating in that heat. Why don't y'all bring your butts down? Or you got to get out of your chair to do it, though. You do. And instead of playing little snippets and showing nothing, that you're showing nothing. You're showing the end of my search when I'm sitting in my car, cooling off for one, because it's hot as hell, and me talking to my chat, because I do interact with my chat. I don't give a damn who likes it or not. I interact with my chat. I've done that since the day I started the channel. And they want to say it was all about drama. Was it? So the parents that came up and told their stories about their children that were in active addictions, from a mother's standpoint, that's drama. Letting people tell their stories because someone else told them for them, that's drama? No, that's real life. That's real life. That is what I call real life. Covering another person that went missing from Hendersonville, which was one of my good friends from high school's daughter. That's real life.
That is real life. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think about when people say they've been doxxed because you use their real name? What is wrong with saying someone's real name?
I give my real name. I don't.
Everyone knows my
I
name.
don't know.
You're talking to me on my phone number. People know my address.
Right.
So, why does
my
shit
address.
Why does
Yeah,
shit
I get
talkers
my-
have to be protected and say, "Oh, you doxed me"? I'm like, what? You're not that important.
I never heard that you doxed anyone.
That's what happened last night because I called Slim by her real name.
Oh, okay. I missed that part, I guess. It was very confusing. Because when something's all over the board and I'm not understanding, I just was like, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. And I felt bad because I thought, God, if I brought that to her channel and I don't know that woman, and if she is local, listen.
Oh, she's
not.
No, she doesn't live anywhere near you. No.
Oh, well, hell. It made it sound like she was local. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or that's how it come off. So I thought, well, if she's local, then by golly, I'd love to have her out here. I would. I've never declined one person that has offered to search with me. I've never declined it. But people have said I've declined it. Well, hell, that would be dumb on my part. I've had somebody drive up here from Alabama twice to search with me. She didn't have to do that. But she did.
I think what really irritates me is when people say that flyers are being taken down. Listen, you can't just put a flyer wherever you want. It's a fire hazard.
You cannot put them on telephone poles. We have laws here, and you can get in trouble for that, and they will rip them things down. You can't put them, I'm trying to think everywhere you can't put them. They'll tell you you can't do that. They'll stop you real quick. Real quick. And I've even deemed us lot lizards, to be honest, since, hey, if we're just canvassing a parking lot, well, lot lizards we are, you know, if that's what we're doing, because you have to make a joke out of this at some point.
No, you do. My husband's a truck driver, and I tell him all the time, hit the pilot in Knoxville and see if you can find Trisha Jenkins, because that woman was the chrome polisher. She was doing people's windows. I would call the pilot every Friday and tell them to run her out of there.
You know, I have stopped and spoke to some truck drivers, and I've given them flyers. But I'm not a lot lizard, and neither is anybody, of course. They said I was driving with a mattress on top of my the roof of my car. I'm like, huh? I never found a mattress. Never. A searcher did find a mattress pad that had urine on it. I didn't have it in my possession. Where am I going to put all this mess?
Exactly. Well, what you have to
That's
keep
crazy.
doing, you just have to keep doing what you're doing. Do not let these people bother you. Right, Ange?
I think we lost us. Right, Madam. There she is.
All right, I'm going to
I think
shut
we
this
must have
down.
unmuted.
I'm going to shut down this
Okay.
recording, and I'm going to post it here in a second. But I just, again, want OJ, please don't do that. It's not your lunchtime yet. Just get down. Come on, fake Bombay. Get down.
And I do feel bad.
Please
I
don't.
do feel bad that, well, I do, because I don't want anybody, I don't want anybody's channel to get hate because of something that I'm actually doing. I mean, anybody can go get these signs. They really can. They can legitimately call this man themselves and order, and they're going to have to pay for them. Right? You have to pay up front. You do. And he has, I mean, it takes him some time. And, you know, it can be 5 days, it could be 6 days. But he will have them. When I did the 50, of course, it took time. He's a local company. And why would I not use a local business?
You should.
Thank you, because it's local to me. Why would I not use a
You
local
should.
business?
When I go to
I
CrimeCon
do.
in Denver next September, not 2024, 2025, I'm going to use a local printing company. I'm not using Amazon's dumbass.
Well, there you go. And that's just like when we were in Mississippi, we used a local company there for flyers. We bartered and was, you know, kind of cutting a deal the best we could with them. But did we put out signs? You damn right we did. Not signs, but flyers. You know why? I showed everywhere. There were nothing. I was lied to. He said that they were searching Alamo. He gave me a list of places he was searching, and I was like, what? Hey, you just told me that Sebastian was never in that camper or RV and never been there. Why would you be searching in these places? Memphis, Horn Lake. Why would you be searching in places that he's never been?
That is what confuses me, especially I think about Holly Bobo. You know, Renee was on my show about a month ago. OJ, get down, please. Come on, get down. And she said, you know, the 5-mile radius to her makes no sense because in other cases, they had to expand way further out. And normally, people that were hunting or fishing came across a person.
Correct. Yes. That happened with Lauren Agee. And that did. It happened with her. They came across her body in the water. That will forever traumatize that elderly man for the rest of his life. He's never come on a body before.
Well, girlfriend, I'm so happy you reached out to me and we got all this straightened out. Just to know, nobody that I know has any issue with you and what you are doing. I think you are an amazing person. And if any hate came to you because of me, well, I will own it because I did say his parents can come down here and hand those out.
No, I don't think I got any hate. I more so thought that maybe because the lady bringing my name up.
Well, I think what we should do is just keep our chins up and just do what we do and not engage with people.
Oh no, I don't. Like I keep saying, I don't do the hate watching. That's not my jam. I won't. I will just continue to wish people the best, and that's all you can do is want the best. Everybody win. That's all I've ever said. I would rather be that bigger person and say, "Hey, I rather see you winning."
And sometimes the bigger person hurts the worst.
And I can't. Yeah, and I can't help that. I really can't. It's not hate. Is not within me. It takes that is the. I don't have that. I can't because I'm not going to give what I have to go out here with my feet on the ground and getting some water to search. I have to use that energy for that because by the time I'm done, I'm exhausted. I'm spent. I'm not getting any younger. And I've been doing this for too long. You know, I'm not even used to sitting behind my computer anymore. It's weird to be behind that computer at this point. I don't feel right being behind it. I don't. Because I feel like I should be out there finding or bringing awareness, you know, because I don't know. We don't know when he's going to be found. We don't have a clue.
Nope. No idea.
And I had a friend that is a creator ask me, 6 months from now, Terri, if he's still missing, what are you going to be doing? And I said, I made a promise. I didn't make a promise to any parent. I made a promise to him that I would not give up. Because as a mom, and no, I'm not obsessed with him. That's been said too. I'm not obsessed with this child. I'm obsessed with the fact that he's missing. And the lack of people talking about him as far as around here, thinking that he's been found. Some people thought, well, I thought he'd been found by now. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Lord. He's still missing. And the lack of people not knowing that he's missing. You know, my daughter's 21st birthday was on the 25th. I did take her on a carriage ride. She never had that before. And I thought, well, you know what? She's special. She's a princess. She deserves it. You know, the guy that was operating that mule, was talking to me. He did not even know who Riley was. I was like, what? You're down here every night? Wow. I said, wait a minute. You don't know who Riley Strang is? No, never heard of. I said, wait, really? I said, no. Who is it? Are they famous? And I said, no, they're not. I said, but they were murdered, in my opinion. Just murdered here downtown. What? Do you not know? How do you not know? You're downtown. That's what pissed me off a lot. Did not know who Sebastian was. And I thought, this is pissing me off even more because, again, it tells me this right here about Nashville. And I hate to even talk bad about Nashville.
My husband calls it Crashville. He calls it Crashville because he hates Chicago, Nashville, and Dallas. Hates it. He would rather stroll through Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Atlanta. But I'm going to tell you, I left him with a flyer because I did have some in my purse. I did. And I said, familiarize yourself with this case. Please. Be on alert. You're out here every night. Giving people rides. He said, do you realize that you are probably I could, on my one hand, count that is actually a local? And I was like, what? I said, that tells me even more now that, in my opinion, tourism is worth more than missing people.
Well, I think that too, because Ange was talking to me when Riley Strang went missing, and she said they'll never get to the bottom of it because they have to support their tourism.
Correct. And I was,
and I still don't believe that he went over there to pay and fail, because he might have went over there to pay, but then something happened with one of them people, because they said, oh, nothing, somebody's just drunk up here. Yeah, right.
And I agree with you on that one. If you want to get into that, I'll tell you what, I do believe that. And something about, and I'm sorry, I've got to say it, the fraternity brothers not reporting at the right time, and y'all aren't looking for them. Listen, if one of my friends go missing, I'm not stopping. Right. Because if we came together, we're leaving together. I don't care if you're male or female. I've never gone out with anyone when I was younger. And yes, we went downtown all the time. I'll tell you why. I loved night court. I was a night court junkie, and they used to let you in night court, and it was real, right up in your face, real. And they would bring them right in there. And it was fun. Some people will be like, she's crazy, but it was fun. So they don't have it like that anymore. Of course, it's closed caption, so you don't get to see it like that anymore. I cannot believe that the officers they have a little bit more today than they did before. They show a little bit more today with those officers out there. They're out there now. But we passed out some. One officer was aware of Sebastian. Wow. One officer was aware of this child. Listen, none of these cab drivers knew shit. Nobody. And I said, you know what? Y'all are hiding this. And that's why I believe that
people don't pay attention. When I go to dinner with my friends, they always say, how's your show going? What's going on there? And I'll say certain things. They about throw up their dinner looking at me. That's the reason I don't, I just have to kind of sit by myself. You see my about. I'm like, I'm not the person that wants to hear about someone's participation ribbons. I don't. And so, when I talk about these things, especially my friend Maria, her face falls off and she goes, are you kidding me? She's like, that's gross. And I'm like, well, it's not.
And it's not. To some it is, though. And I get what you're saying. That's why I don't talk about it to some of my friends, because they're like, what? But I will say, I don't know if we're being recorded still.
Yeah, we're still being recorded.
Okay.
And I do have to backtrack and say, I don't say, well, no, it's not gross. What I say is, well, these are things that happen.
I don't know if you've seen many deceased bodies. I have.
Oh God, no, just my mother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, I was a hospice nurse, so I have.
So you have. Okay, then you know. Okay. So
Yeah.
she knows. They don't. It doesn't bother me. Like it. You have to desensitize yourself to a lot of things, and I'm still learning to desensitize. And this from someone that I admire the crap out of, but I'm not going to get his name. But he had to teach me that. And I want to mention this kid in Illinois. I do. That has nothing to do with Sebastian. Nothing. I'm so tired of people thinking that kid has something to do. That nasty kid. He has nothing to do with Sebastian.
I had a woman, and I spoke to her on the phone one day with Ange, and she told me that Riley Strain and Sebastian were living in a manhole in her neighborhood in Illinois. Remember her, Ange?
Yeah, that's a damn nut.
I couldn't
like
believe
the one
it.
that was calling me and saying that he was being
I
hard.
couldn't believe it.
He was in a lagoon and they were selling him and making a lot of money off of him. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I'm like, no. I'm like, Riley has been brought out of the river. They're still searching for Sebastian. You know, Ange is doing her normal things, saying, you know, have you been at the doctor lately? You know, things like that.
I'm not laughing. I mean, it's funny.
All right, ladies, I'm going to stop the recording now, and I'll talk to you as soon as I get done posting it. Okay? Love ya.
Yeah, because I was going to tell you some more about that case after we stop and record.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And I apologize for what happened last night.
No, you don't owe me an apology at all. You owe me nothing at all. You owe me nothing. I just wanted to reach out to you because I felt bad for you.
Don't worry about me. My skin is tan. It's got sunspots on it. Probably got some skin cancer, and I'm getting tougher every day.